ask anyone in Liverpool, the best people are from Toxic. It's a fact that.
Oh my god.
I got that on.
Take two.
Hey. That's funny, that, you know.
Hello everyone, I'm Paul Smith, a comedian from Liverpool. I've just come in to do my first session at Next Gen with Shamrock.
This needs to be your top.
What?
This needs to be your top.
Can't wear a t-shirt on my own face.
You can, lad.
Nice start happening. I'm taking the striking, lad, so gonna be doing some defensive stuff, staying in green zone, and then using our fakes and feints to get into the green, into amber zone and land some damage. But waiting for everyone to turn up. That Friday, lad, everyone's slack.
Good, you know, interesting.
It's different to where you
It's mad, he's not even, he's playing with me, but you can see how rapid he is. It's the way he moves, isn't it?
Is it a bit different to training where you normally train?
Yeah, I haven't done much. I've been doing more grappling, trying to get that right. So this kind of like, I find this tires me out more weirdly. I think it's just the anxiety thing, because you're like panicking a little bit, and as he said, like once I start reacting to his paint, I'm like, my head falls off a little bit, and I'm like, I start to freeze, get flat-footed. So it's just staying calm, innit? Like anything, you stay calm and let your brain work, you're probably alright.
Wait, it's shot. Now we're gonna hold our ground. Get used to tucking up tight, and then in a minute we start firing back. Nathan's trying to hold his ground. He's getting used to taking shots, being a little bit closer to him. Just sitting on a shot, parrying the straights, covering the hook, and checking them kicks. Again, if he starts throwing body kicks, he's sitting on them nice and strong. No shot should be hitting Nathan out the stance. So when Luke kicks Nathan here, Nathan shouldn't have to step out of stance. See the way he's solid on the floor. That's perfect. If you're getting kicked and knocked left and right, it's no good. You know, your feet aren't set. You're gonna get out of stance, and then them hands behind it, it's gonna hurt you. But the person that goes straight in.
He goes, boom, boom.
Start throwing back straight away, making sure I'm staying tight and in my stance. So don't start landing shots and then just walking off. You've got to stay switched on. But here we're both throwing. Getting on with them shots. I'm staying in my stance, everyone on it?
Yeah.
They snot all over them there.
How did that feel, tapping them out?
You're getting off now. What's up? I didn't tap. Nah. I was just showing him a move.
Got all these lightweights on check. And notice me.
fun. I'm a bit tired at the end of the week. But yeah, it's good having people like Paul and kind of reinvigorates the room. He's a bit of fun, but then at the same time he's taking it really serious. He's really like wanting to learn. He's working hard, and when I'm partnered with him and I'm giving him details, I kind of sometimes run away with myself and like I'm telling him this and this and this and it. But it's good because he wants to know. Whereas sometimes you go with someone, you're like, lad, I think you should do whatever. I know it. He's not like that. He's very open-minded. Tell him, lad, strong hips.
Look, as I lift, guys, so lift behind and take him and then take his back. My back just went down. That's do it again for me, do it again. Just going forward, yeah. So look, you shoot forward. My back just actually went down. Go, look, so move. Shoot, guys, single, then high C. Dumping forward, if his head's forward, right? If your head's on the chest, take him backwards.
Okay.
Everyone should know that rule in this gym.
That's a tough one to answer, what it feels like going from stage to cage. It's a scary thing, I'm not going to lie, it's a scary thing to do. What made me want to do it, I'm a massive fan of MMA, I've watched it for years. Never really had the ass to do it, and I don't know why as a 40-year-old man I've decided now's the time. But yeah, I got asked by Octagon to do it, and at the same time there was a lot of movement around, a lot of things happening in the city, and there's an amazing charity called Weapons Down, Gloves Up, and it just happened at the right time, and I thought, well, if I can do it for that and do it for some good, and actually it gives me a challenge as well, because I needed something to push me on the physical level. I like to challenge myself, and it's just, yeah, what more of a challenge than jumping in a cage with another person and getting punched in the head for 15 minutes. Octagon approached me through their commentator Brian Lacey. Used to be a comedian in the UK, so we've got mutual friends, and he saw me do a studio thing for the UFC, and in that studio thing there was a little clip of me wrestling with Mark Goddard. I called Mark Goddard out on Instagram and said it said he couldn't tap me out, so we did a video seeing how many times he could tap me in 45 minutes, and I think it was in the hundreds. He asked me would I be interested, and I said no, and then he asked me again and I said no, and then he offered me money and I said no, and then they flew me out to the event, and when I saw how well the events are put together, I got a bit more convinced. So yeah, I agreed to do it, and yeah, earn some good money for a good cause.
Is this a one-time thing only, or you think you'd like to give this a go as a career?
Definitely not as a career, no. This is, I mean, I don't think I'll ever fight again. It's tough, like, you got to give massive respect to the people who do this. This is why I've been asked to do things like this before, and a lot of the things like the celebrity MMA, like, this is not a celebrity MMA card. This is a proper MMA promotion with a proper card, proper fighters like Shem. People who train their whole lives to do this stuff. I'm not a fighter. I'm training hard for this, and I'll put everything into it, and I've got like 10 months to train for it. But that is not the same thing. I can't put the time in my life. I'm at 40 as well. I'm not at any age to start thinking about doing this as a career or start having celebrity MMA fights for money. I don't need to do that. I love what I do. I'm a good comedian. I'm one of the best comedians in the country. It took me 17 years to get good at what I do. I'm not going to throw that away and become a fighter. Plus my wife would leave me, definitely. You have to sacrifice. I'm having to train hours and hours a day, and you have to eat right. You can't socialise properly. The sacrifice these people make, and I haven't even got to the weight cut and how grumpy I'm going to be there, and it's do you know what I mean? It's a lot. It's a fascinating thing, and I'm glad I'm going through the experience, because you get to really, like, I always respected these guys anyway, but it's given me a real, like, kind of sense of the effort they've got to put in just to stay fit. Do you know what I mean? Just to stay at a kind of level where they can perform. And then there's so many different aspects to it. Like, I'm not one to disrespect boxing or anything like that, because they're all amazing sports and there's a lot in each of them, but there's so many different facets to this, and like ways it can go wrong. it's just you gotta have your mind switched onto so many different things. It's hard work. There's a lot to it. So yeah, I want to retire. I want to know professional MMA fighter. I'm gonna change my Instagram profile to that. It's gonna be me with no top on, like this, on top of a cage, hopefully. Yeah, that's gonna be me. And then it's back to becoming a fat comedian.
Easy now.
Easy. So we've had Paul Smith in today training with you. How's that gone for you today? What's it been like?
Yeah, it's boss lad. Like, I've spoke to Paul for a good while now, back and forth on the social medias and that. When I first come out of jail, he actually gave me some tickets to go and watch him live. He had me in the front row sweating my head off, thinking he was going to slag me off. I'm like that. But he never did, thankfully. But yeah, Paul's sound lad, it was boss training with him. Surprised how good he is. I thought he wouldn't be as good as he was, so that's a good thing. Obviously I'm rooting for him to win. Yeah, eager to learn, hard working. He takes knowledge on board quite easily. He's not ignorant, or he's not like, no, I do it this way. He's like a sponge who does want to take everything up. And for a man who's later in his life starting to fight, that's a hard thing to learn. So I'll give him that. I will give him his due. I think what I got from him, he enjoyed training, and I think we'll be seeing him again in here soon. I think he realised the level in next generation is high.
What can your fans see from this next fight?
If you know me, you know I'm going to start quick. You know I'm looking for the finish, no matter what. First round, second round, third round. I'm looking to take this man out. Whoever it is in front of me, I'm going to kill him. Nice one for watching the episode with me and Paul. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good shit.